Hi everybody, in today's video I'm going to be explaining what all my Geode mods do and how useful they are. I made this video because I saw SD Slayer make a video about his Geode mods, so credit to SD Slayer. Also, this video is very special because it's my very first sponsored video. Anyways, let's get into the video. Hope you enjoy. Starting with Backups by HJFOD. This is a great mod that allows you to make automatic backups of your save files at a configurable rate, making sure you never lose progress again. So if I were to go to settings, you can set a folder for your backups instead of using RobTop's annoying cloud saving system. When you create a backup, it actually makes like a save folder of it. So if I were to open my folder called GD Backups where I save all my stuff, there's all of my backups right here. So if the cloud saving system were to fail and I were to lose my data, I can always just go into this folder and find my most recent backup and load it from there. Next up is Better Loading Screen. This one just adds just a bit more stuff to like the loading screen. It doesn't always work because like sometimes the level just instantly opens, but if it's like a larger level, sometimes it'll show it. It basically just adds an extra icon of the level, like the level icon with like the hammer. It just makes it look a bit better, but it's just like, it doesn't really change anything. Next up is Allium Drawing Tool, which is just a great mod that's super useful. So if I were to go into a level, let's say Off-Brand Orbit, I could click on the Allium Drawing Tool right here. Then, so I could draw like this. I could draw like this. You can even add custom fonts. If you go to the settings page, you can go to a text path. You can download stuff from Google Fonts or something, then add it into the mod, and it allows you to get custom fonts instead of using the default font like this. But it does take up a lot of objects. Like this is just this like little scribble of 64 objects. It just be careful how much you use it because it can take up a lot of objects. Next up, we have Alpha's UI pack. It's just really a UI pack. Says provides a bunch of extra nodes and tools. Improves scroller layer for Coco's, Geode, and geometrydash's implementation. I don't really know what it does. It's kind of complicated. But I think it just kind of installed with another mod I installed. Next up is Animated Fire. This mod doesn't really change much, but it just makes the game look cooler. So I were to go to an epic rated level, a mythic level, or a legendary level. So if I were to go to, let's say, legendary, see how it's animated and it looks like an actual fire. It's just a simple mod that's just cool. Next up is Artist Logos. It supports a bunch of different music artists. And so pretend I were to go to view Flame Wall. If I were to go to view Flame Wall, it shows like a custom artist logo right there. It's just a cool mod, and I think it just makes the game look a bit better. Next up, we have Better Touch Prio. This mod simply fixes touch issues by using Z order to calculate the button to be pressed instead of the touch priority value. Yeah, because I think it just got installed with another mod. Next up is Better Edit. So if you go to the editor with Better Edit, it shows a bunch of like new features. Like there's the view button. It just adds a bunch of new features that are just really useful for creating, and I think it's a really cool mod. Next up, we've got Better Info. This is another really cool mod. It just allows you to see more things in the game. So like if I were to go to like this button, the Better Info page, it shows me a bunch of more options, and it's just a really cool mod. And it just gives you more information on levels. So like on Retray, if I go to the info button, it can show like the game version, the password, the time spent in the editor, and the size and stuff. It's just a really cool mod, and it's probably actually one of my favorite mods. Next up is cleaner menu, which just lets you customize the menu a bit more. So instead of having all like the Rob Top social buttons, you can just have the Rob Top button, or you can like hide your profile button. It's just a nice mod to make the menu look a bit cleaner because the menu is not very clean. Next up is comment emojis. It's pretty straightforward on what it does. If I were to go to my comments, if I were to go to make a comment, I could press this button, I could insert a bunch of comments. So if I were to do that, it shows all of these icons, but it only people with the mod can see the emojis. But I think it's a cool mod. Then there's copy main levels, which I haven't actually used this mod at all. Not really sure how to use it, but I'm pretty sure it just allows you to copy main levels. I don't know how. Maybe it's in here. Oh yeah, copy level. So instead of having to go to like, let's say, Stereo Madness copy. I think I spelt that wrong, but you get it. Instead of having to go to like Stereo Madness copy, for example, I can just go to the info button, hit copy level. Next up is copy song ID. So this one's really useful. So if I were to copy, so instead of having to memorize the ID or put it into like a notes app or something, you can just hit copy. Then, for example, I could go here and search for all the levels that use that song. It's just a really nice feature to have. Yeah, I think it's really useful. Next up, we have custom keybinds. This is one of the most popular mods, and it's pretty straightforward on what it does. It just allows you to have custom keybinds. So if I were to go to options and keys, I can actually change, like, so if pretend I wanted to have my jump key the P key or something, I could add it, and then I could jump to player 2 with the P key, but obviously not going to do that. So yeah, it's just a really cool mod. Next up is custom profile image. That's how I get this right here. So that's how I put my logo. So if you go to the mod settings, you can add a custom image instead of having the default like user face, like the default thing for your profile button. Next up is custom progress bar. This mod allows you to customize the progress bar, so I can make it vertical. I can just fully customize it. It's a really cool mod, but I don't actually use it that much. Next up is death tracker. You guys probably know what this one is. It allows you to track your deaths on a certain level, so you can view like the most times you've died in a certain point with this little graph. It's just a cool mod that just lets you see all the things that you need to know about like your attempts and stuff. Next up is Discord rich presence. So if I were to open Discord and view my profile, it says I'm browsing the menu, which normally it would just say geometry dash, but because I have Discord rich presence installed on my on geometry dash, it says browsing the menus. It just lets you see like more in-depth versions of what you're doing in the game. Next up is editor level ID API. Assigns level IDs to editor levels and level lists that other mods can use to refer to them. So basically just assigns level IDs to levels in the editor so that other mods can refer to those and see what's like going on with the levels. Next up is editor sounds. So if I go to editor sounds, it lets you add custom like editor sounds. It's pretty straightforward, but also you can add custom ones, or you can just use the default, which I'm just using the default. So it makes like, here, let me turn up the volume so you guys can hear it. It makes like sounds when you scroll, you zoom out, zoom in, switch tabs, and it's just a cool mod. I like it a lot. Next up, we have editor tab API, an API mod for adding editor tabs easily. It's kind of complicated. I don't really know how it works, but yeah, if you guys really want to know what the mod does, just check out the page for it on Geode and just read it. Next up is Enter Search. This mod is awesome. I don't know why this isn't a feature built into the game, but when you search for a level, normally you just have to press that button, but with this mod you can press the enter button and it pulls it up without you having to go to here and pressing it. It just saves time, and I just think it's a good mod. I don't know why it's not a feature already, but yeah. Next up is Export Save Data. It's very similar to the Backups mod, but this one just allows you to export your data. There's not really a use for it unless you need to back up your data without using like the cloud saving or the Backups mod. But yeah, it's a cool mod that might be useful if you're like transferring your data to a new computer or something. Next up is Friends Badges. It's really not a crazy mod. So I can go to the leaderboard and go to my Friends tab, and then it shows me my friends on the level that have beaten it or just have progress on it. It has a little Friends badge on it. It doesn't really change much. It's just like a cool mod, I guess. Next up, we've got Geode and Pause menu. It's not a complicated mod. It just allows me to open Geode while I'm in the pause menu by clicking this button, instead of having to go all the way back to the main menu and opening Geode that way. Next up is Globed. You guys probably all know what this mod is. It's literally a way to play multiplayer in geometrydash, which is a single player game. It allows you to play multiplayer. You can have like private rooms, or you can just play in public. So if I were to open Stereo Madness, you can see all the different players. It's a really cool mod. Next up, we got GMD API, an API for working with level files. I don't really know what it does. Again, it's probably just installed with another one of the mods I have. And next up, this mod's really simple. It's just golden best. It's whenever you get a new best on a level, it just makes the percentage turn golden. So pretend my best on Stereo Madness was 1%. I would have gotten to 2%, it would have turned gold. It's just a simple mod. It's cool, I guess. Next up is HSV utils. So if I were to go to a level to change the HSV on an object, I can copy and paste it. That's really all it does. It just allows you to copy paste the HSV values. It's a cool mod. It can be really useful for some creators, but I actually haven't really used it that much. Next up is Icon Ninja. This mod literally, so instead of the normal main menu game where you just click on an icon to kill it, you can kill it and then it puts you into this whole new game where it's like Fruit Ninja, but it's with geometrydash icons. It's really fun, and I actually just got it like 2 days ago because I didn't know if it was going to be fun or not, but it's actually really fun. It's kind of addictive. Next up is Icon on Sliders. So if I were to go to like change the volume, it's my ball, so I can like move it, or like in here or in here I can move it and it like spins, and you can choose your icon. It's really customizable. It's just a cool mod. It makes the game look cooler. Next up is MISC bug fixes, or miscellaneous bug fixes. So it just fixes a bunch of like random bugs in the game because there's quite a bit of bugs in the game, and so it just fixes a bunch of the random ones. So like for example, show hitbox is not working with mirror portals. It fixes that bug. Yeah. Next up is node IDs. Honestly, I actually don't know what this one does. It seems pretty complicated. It probably just got installed with another mod again. So yeah. If you guys really want to know what it does, check out like the GitHub repository or something. The next mod we're going to be talking about is called Join Grand Theft Minecart with the Minecraft IP in the description. You've probably heard of Grand Theft Auto and you've probably heard of Minecraft. Well, have you ever thought about combining the two together? This is Grand Theft MINECART, a complete recreation of GTA and Minecraft. That's right, we're getting a GTA and Minecraft combination before GTA 6. So, have you ever wanted to play two amazing games at the same time? Click the link in the description to visit the Grand Theft MINECART website or scan the QR code on screen. Don't forget to join Grand Theft MINECART with the Minecraft IP in the description. Thank you to Grand Theft MINECART for sponsoring today's video. Also, huge thank you to Nate from the Grand Theft MINECART team. He was a big help when I was making the sponsorship, and he was super nice even though it took so long for me to make this video. Anyways, back to Geode Mods. Alright, next up is Object Glow and Editor. It's pretty straightforward on what it does. So if I were to go to the editor, there's this really weird glow thing in game. So if I were to play a level, it has this slight glow around it. And usually it doesn't show that in the editor, but it does now because of that mod. So yeah, it's pretty simple, but it's useful if you forget about the glow or something and you need to disable it or something. Next up is percentage toggle. This one's kind of interesting. So if you didn't know already, in 2.2 RobTop changed the way percentages work. So if I were to play a level, instead of calculating the percentage by where you are in the level, in 2.1 it calculated your percentage by how far in the level you are, but since there's so many new screen changing and stuff like that in 2.2, RobTop changed it to calculate it based on how much more time you have left in the level, which sometimes makes it glitchy. So if you enable this, it just switches the percentage to be the 2.1 percentage instead of the 2.2 percentage. Next up is rated layouts. I actually saw this because of an SD Slayer video. So if I click this, you can view so normally layouts don't usually get rated. Sometimes they do, but not usually. You can see a bunch of layouts and they can get rated like the normal rating system. But instead of actual levels, it's layouts. So it's kind of just to give layouts more popularity. So this one, it's not actually rated, but in the rated layouts mod, it is rated, and instead of having stars, it has rubies. It's a pretty cool mod. Yeah. Next up, we have restart buttons. So instead of having to always close the game and then reopen it, you can just click this and it will automatically restart it for you. There's also a reload textures button, but I have it disabled because there's not really a use for me to use it. There's a bunch of rated layouts. Next up is run info. You've probably seen this in other videos. So if I were to play a level, for example, Bloodbath runs, I could play it and it says test mode instead of just saying test mode, it says from 93%, so that I know where I'm playing from. It also does in practice mode, if I'm not mistaken. Next up is server status. It just tells you the status of the Boomling server. So if I click it, it says internet status online, Boomling status online, Geode SDK status online, Argon status online. It just basically tells you if the geometrydash servers are working, so you don't have to figure out if you have bad internet or if the geometrydash servers are down. Stats display API. I honestly don't know what this one does. Allows mods to easily add custom stats into the icon kit. Probably installed with rated layouts so that it can add that custom stats of rubies for rated layouts and stuff. I'm assuming that's what it does. So correct me if I'm wrong. Next up is to-do list. So it's actually pretty useful. So instead of having to open up another note-taking app like Notion or Obsidian, you can just click this right here and you can do a to-do list of things that you want to do in your level in geometrydash, and you can mark it as done or undone. So for example, make structure lines change positions on the screen with every drum beat. That's what I want to do for this level. Yeah, it's just to help you not forget about things that you want to add to a certain level. Next up is trash can. So if I go to the editor and click trash can, so when you go to delete a level, instead of instantly deleting it, it puts it in the trash can, and then you can either empty the trash can or you can put the level back, just in case you accidentally delete a level or something. It's pretty useful. Next up and finally is zoom. So that's how I've been, like, when I pause the game and I can use my scroll wheel to zoom in on an object. It's pretty useful if you want to see like precisely where you died. Yeah, it's actually a pretty cool mod. I used it a lot. And that's about all the Geode mods for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this SD Slayer styled video, and sorry for kind of being inactive for a little bit, and sorry for taking so long to make this video. But anyways, see you in the next video or live stream.